Your soulmate finally told their mother about you, and received surprising advice. My beloved child. Don't skip, because what is about to unfold is not an ordinary story. Something huge is waiting for you, and every second of this message carries a clue that connects directly to the title you were meant to see today. Your soulmate reached a moment they had avoided for a very long time. After countless sleepless nights, silent conversations with their own heart, and endless fear of being misunderstood, they finally gathered the courage to tell their mother about you. The room became completely still. Every heartbeat felt louder than the last. Your soulmate expected questions, doubt, or even disappointment. Instead, their mother looked into their eyes with an expression they had never seen before. She stayed silent for several moments, almost as if she already knew your name without ever hearing it. That silence frightened your soulmate more than any words ever could. Then she smiled softly and said, "There is something about this person that you still don't understand." Those words echoed through the room like a secret waiting to be unlocked. Your soulmate froze. They had prepared themselves for resistance, but they were never prepared for mystery. Stay till the end, because the advice that followed changed the direction of everything they believed about you, and the biggest part of that conversation has not even been revealed yet. The atmosphere shifted the moment your soulmate realized their mother wasn't speaking from emotion alone. She spoke with a calm certainty that made every sentence feel heavier than the last. She told your soulmate that people often spend their lives searching for someone who brings peace instead of chaos, someone whose presence feels familiar even before the first conversation. Then she quietly admitted something unexpected. She confessed that she had noticed a change in your soulmate long before they ever mentioned your name. Their smile had become more genuine. Their fears had started losing control. Even the sadness they used to carry every day had begun to disappear without explanation. She looked directly at them and asked one surprising question: if this person can change your heart without standing beside you every day, what do you think will happen when they finally enter your life? Those words completely caught your soulmate off guard. They expected advice about being careful. They expected warnings about heartbreak. Instead, they received encouragement that felt almost impossible to believe. But just when relief began filling the room, their mother lowered her voice and revealed that one challenge still remained. She said there was one final obstacle standing between both of you, and unless someone became brave enough to face it, the timing would continue slipping away. Don't skip, because that obstacle is much closer than anyone realizes. A feeling your soulmate could not explain followed them after that conversation ended. As they walked away, their mother's final sentence refused to leave their mind. She whispered, "Don't waste another opportunity waiting for perfect timing. Perfect timing is created by courage." Those words stayed with them throughout the entire night. They replayed every memory involving you. Every coincidence suddenly felt meaningful. Every missed opportunity became impossible to ignore. They realized silence had protected them for too long, but now it was becoming the very thing keeping both of you apart. Something inside them started changing faster than they expected. They began thinking about reaching out, about saying everything they had hidden for so long, about taking one step they once believed was impossible. Yet at the exact moment they decided they were finally ready, something completely unexpected happened. A message, a conversation, or perhaps one shocking discovery interrupted everything before they could move forward. That interruption wasn't random. It carried a hidden truth capable of changing the next chapter forever. Stay till the end of this journey, because what your soulmate discovered immediately after speaking with their mother is far more surprising than the conversation itself, and once that hidden truth comes to light, nothing between you will ever feel the same again. Something huge is waiting for you. A restless feeling followed your soulmate from the moment that conversation ended. They tried to focus on ordinary things, but every thought circled back to you. Their mother's words refused to fade. Instead, they grew louder with every passing hour, almost as if they were pushing them toward a decision they could no longer avoid. Then something happened that neither of them expected. While sorting through old messages and forgotten memories, your soulmate came across something connected to you that had been overlooked for far too long. It wasn't dramatic on the surface, yet it carried a meaning that completely changed how they viewed your connection. Suddenly they realized you had been showing quiet signs of care long before they were ready to recognize them. Small moments they once ignored now felt impossible to dismiss. Their mother had been right. Some people arrive in life with noise, but the ones who truly matter often arrive with peace. Don't skip, because what your soulmate understood next shook every wall they had built around their heart. Something huge is waiting for you, and this realization became the beginning of a transformation that neither of you saw coming. The next morning brought another unexpected conversation. Your soulmate returned to their mother, not to ask for permission, but to understand why she seemed so certain about you. Her answer was calm, yet unforgettable. She explained that fear often disguises itself as patience. People convince themselves they are waiting for the perfect moment, when in reality they are simply afraid of taking the first step. She reminded your soulmate that genuine connections rarely disappear because of distance, they weaken because of silence. Those words landed deeply. Your soulmate finally admitted that they had replayed countless conversations in their mind, imagined reaching out more times than they could count, yet every attempt ended before it even began. Their mother gently smiled and said, "If someone is truly meant to hear your heart, don't let hesitation speak louder than honesty." That sentence echoed through every thought they had. Stay till the end, because the decision forming inside your soulmate was becoming impossible to stop, but an unexpected twist was already beginning to unfold behind the scenes. As evening arrived, your soulmate made a quiet promise to themselves. They would no longer allow uncertainty to control the future. They began preparing for a conversation they had delayed for far too long, carefully choosing the words they wished they had spoken much earlier. Their heartbeat grew faster with every passing minute because they sensed this moment could change everything. Yet just before taking that first courageous step, another surprising truth surfaced. Someone close to them revealed a small piece of information about you that completely altered the timing of their plan. It wasn't negative, but it was powerful enough to make them pause once again. Instead of giving up, they became even more determined to uncover the full truth before moving forward. They now believe that every delay has been leading toward one unforgettable moment that will answer questions both of you have carried in silence. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next chapter will reveal why your soulmate now feels that destiny has been quietly arranging every step of this journey from the very beginning. A new sense of urgency settled over your soulmate before the sun even rose. They could no longer ignore the feeling that every delay was carrying a hidden cost. The conversation with their mother had unlocked something deep inside them, but now another unexpected door was beginning to open. While speaking with someone they trusted, they heard a sentence that instantly stole their attention. "The person you're talking about has been stronger than you realize." Those words lingered in the air. Your soulmate couldn't stop wondering how many silent battles you had already faced without anyone noticing. They suddenly understood that strength isn't always loud. Sometimes it hides behind patience, quiet smiles, and the decision to keep moving forward even when no one is watching. Don't skip, because this realization changed the way they looked at every memory involving you. Something huge is waiting for you, and the truth they are about to uncover is far greater than they ever imagined. As the day continued, your soulmate found themselves revisiting moments they had almost forgotten. Conversations that once seemed ordinary now carried hidden meaning. Every glance, every kind gesture, every unexpected coincidence began fitting together like pieces of a puzzle that had been scattered for far too long. Their mother noticed the change immediately. She quietly asked, "Do you finally see what I was trying to tell you?" Your soulmate nodded without saying a word. They had spent so much time searching for certainty that they failed to recognize what had been growing naturally all along. Then their mother offered one final piece of advice that completely shifted their perspective. She said, "Never measure someone's place in your life by how loudly they speak. Measure it by how deeply they remain in your heart when everything becomes quiet." Those words stayed with your soulmate long after the conversation ended. Stay till the end, because those words are about to lead them toward a decision that can no longer be postponed. Night arrived, but sleep never came. Instead, your soulmate sat alone, holding on to one question that refused to leave their mind: what if this is the moment I've been waiting for all along? They realized that fear had stolen enough time already. The silence between both of you no longer felt safe, it felt unfinished. For the first time, they stopped imagining what could go wrong and started believing in what could finally go right. Yet just as they gathered the courage to move forward, an unexpected sign appeared, one that neither they nor their mother had anticipated. It was small enough for most people to ignore, but powerful enough to convince them that the next step could not wait much longer. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because the very next moment will place your soulmate in front of a choice that has the power to reshape both of your futures forever. The moment your soulmate recognized that unexpected sign, everything around them seemed to slow down. They stood in complete silence, remembering every word their mother had shared. She had never tried to force a decision. Instead, she had simply opened their eyes to what fear had been hiding. Your soulmate finally understood that waiting forever would never create the future they truly wanted. They whispered to themselves, "If I stay silent now, I may spend the rest of my life wondering what could have been." That single thought became impossible to ignore. Don't skip, because what happened next felt like more than coincidence. It felt as though every unanswered question was quietly leading them toward one unforgettable moment. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next step your soulmate takes is unlike anything they have ever dared to do before. Hours later, your soulmate found themselves standing in a place filled with memories. Every familiar detail reminded them of the journey that had brought them here. Instead of feeling fear, they felt clarity. Their mother's surprising advice was no longer just advice, it had become the courage they desperately needed. She had told them, when a connection keeps returning to your heart no matter how far you try to walk away, perhaps it isn't asking to be forgotten. Perhaps it's asking to be understood. Those words echoed again as they prepared themselves for what came next. Then, completely unexpectedly, another person entered the conversation and unknowingly revealed one more hidden piece of the story. They mentioned something about you that your soulmate had never heard before, something kind, something genuine, something that erased the last remaining doubt from their heart. Stay till the end, because this discovery became the final confirmation they never knew they were searching for. Now your soulmate is no longer asking whether they should move forward. Their only question is how soon they can. The hesitation that once controlled every decision is beginning to disappear, replaced by a quiet confidence that grows stronger each day. They know the road ahead may still hold surprises, but for the first time they believe those surprises are leading toward hope instead of uncertainty. Yet just before everything finally begins to fall into place, one final revelation appears from the least expected source, carrying information capable of changing the entire direction of this journey. It is a truth that has remained hidden until this very moment, and once it is revealed, neither you nor your soulmate will ever see this connection the same way again. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next chapter will uncover the secret that your soulmate never expected anyone else to know. A quiet anticipation filled your soulmate's heart as the final pieces of this mysterious journey slowly began coming together. They could no longer ignore the pattern that had followed them ever since they first spoke your name to their mother. Every unexpected conversation, every meaningful coincidence, and every emotional realization seemed connected by an invisible thread. Then, without warning, the secret they had been chasing finally began to reveal itself. It didn't arrive through a dramatic announcement. It came through a simple conversation with someone who had known more than they ever admitted. That person quietly revealed that your name had been mentioned long before your soulmate realized how deeply they cared for you. They explained that whenever your soulmate talked about the future, your presence somehow found its way into every dream, every hope, and every plan. Your soulmate stood speechless. They had believed these feelings appeared suddenly, but now they understood they had been growing quietly for much longer than anyone realized. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you, and the biggest revelation is still ahead. As these truths settled into their heart, your soulmate remembered one final conversation with their mother that suddenly made perfect sense. She had smiled and said, "Some people don't enter your life to confuse you. They enter your life to reveal who you truly are." At the time, those words felt mysterious. Now they felt undeniable. Your soulmate realized that meeting you had changed them in ways they never noticed until someone else pointed it out. They had become more patient, more hopeful, and more willing to believe that genuine connections still exist. The fear that once convinced them to remain silent had almost disappeared. In its place stood a quiet determination they had never experienced before. Stay till the end, because the choice they are preparing to make will not be based on uncertainty anymore. It will be based on everything they have finally come to understand. Tonight, your soulmate reaches a turning point that cannot be ignored. They know there are still unanswered questions, but they also know that waiting any longer would only allow another precious opportunity to slip away. Their mother's surprising advice has become the foundation of every decision they are making now. They are no longer searching for signs that this connection matters, they have already found them. What remains is the courage to act before another moment is lost. Yet just as they prepare to take that unforgettable step toward you, a final unexpected message begins making its way into their life, carrying one last truth that has been hidden from both of you until now. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because the next chapter will reveal why your soulmate believes this message has the power to change both of your futures forever. A strange sense of peace settled over your soulmate just before that unexpected message finally arrived. It wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic. Yet the moment they saw it, they felt as though every unanswered question had been guiding them toward this exact point. They paused before opening it, remembering the very first conversation with their mother. She had never promised that the road ahead would be easy, but she had promised something far more valuable. That truth always finds those who stop running from it. Your soulmate took a deep breath and finally accepted that they could no longer let uncertainty control their future. Every excuse they had used to remain silent suddenly felt smaller than the connection they continued carrying in their heart. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you, because what that message revealed was unlike anything they expected. It wasn't simply information. It was confirmation that your paths had been moving toward one another long before either of you realized it. As they continued reading, memories began rushing back with incredible clarity. Every missed conversation, every unexpected encounter, every moment that once seemed ordinary now appeared connected in a way they had never understood before. Your soulmate smiled without even realizing it. Their mother had been right from the very beginning. Some connections don't disappear when they are ignored. They simply grow quieter until the right moment arrives to awaken them again. That realization filled them with a courage they had never experienced before. Instead of wondering whether you would understand them, they began wondering why they had waited so long to be honest with themselves. Stay till the end, because the next choice they make is one they once believed was impossible. It carries the weight of every feeling they kept hidden and every hope they refused to let go of. Now your soulmate stands at the edge of a brand new chapter. Fear no longer speaks louder than hope. Doubt no longer overshadows the future they have started believing in. Their mother's surprising advice has become the quiet voice guiding every step forward, reminding them that meaningful connections deserve honesty, not endless hesitation. Yet just when everything seems ready to fall perfectly into place, one final mystery appears. Someone from the past unexpectedly reaches out with information that could answer the last remaining question surrounding both of you. Your soulmate realizes this isn't the end of the journey, it is only the beginning of something far greater than they ever imagined. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because the next chapter reveals the one truth that has been hidden since the very first moment your names became connected, and once it is uncovered, nothing between you will ever feel the same again.